Alright, so today we're going to be talking about the most qualified human being on the planet, Rachel Nichols. Let's start with her qualifications as a basketball analyst. Rachel Nichols first began as a sports journalist for the Fort Lauderdale Sun-Sentinel sports page before covering the Washington Capitals for the Washington Post. That was a mouthful. In 2004, she joined ESPN and became a correspondent for SportsCenter, Sunday NFL Countdown, Monday Night Countdown, and other ESPN shows. She left in 2013 for CNN and began her show Unguarded with Rachel Nichols. She also worked for N.B.A. on TNT until 2016 when she rejoined ESPN. The key thing to note here is that all of these jobs fall under the category of journalism. She is not and has never been an analyst for any sport under any network she has worked for. Yet despite all of this, she is treated as though she is one, as she gets to directly cast her ballots for N.B.A. awards. She lacks the ability to dissect the game and understand the nuances of what occurs on the court, yet she is allowed to vote on who the best players are. Now this is true for many people who vote on N.B.A. awards, but unfortunately, Rachel Nichols is one of the biggest liars I've ever seen in sports television, and it's shocking how she can consistently lie and get away with it. It's one thing to give dumb takes, but to purposely spew false information to the public is objectively worse. I'm just gonna go through every blatant lie she has told over the past few years. Also, disclaimer, I'm not saying that she created all of these lies. In fact, some of these lies have been spread from other platforms outside of ESPN, but they are at least lies that she propagated.
By the way, you mentioned the arenas. The Mystics will be playing at George Mason's facility for the first couple of games because Capitol Arena is under renovations.
Capital One Arena was not under renovations during this time. The Washington Mystics had to relocate the games because on those days, September 12th and 14th, Drake and Paul Simon had performances at Capital One Arena. Because those performances would have brought in more revenue, they took precedence over the WNBA Finals games. That is why the games were moved.
Just over a minute in, LeBron goes up for a dunk and meet Jared Allen's hand, getting pretty much all of that ball. Want to know how many dunks LeBron has attempted in his career? 1,850. Want to know how many times anyone has blocked him? 9 times.
9.
Yes,
That's
just
incredible.
watched only the 9th time in 16 years anyone has done this.
This is also false. Here are some clips of LeBron getting blocked at the rim over the course of his career.
He was asked yesterday if the NBA all-defensive team remained a goal of his. He's never been on it.
Extremely shocked that he's never made that team.
I was surprised too. I'm a voter. I've put him on my ballot from time to time. Year in or year out.
This is, again, not true. If we actually look at her ballot selections for 2016-17 and 17-18, the 2 years she was a voter at this point, she had not put Klay Thompson on either of her defense team ballots. She literally lied just to make herself look better at that moment. So in the previous section, we covered all the blatant lies that she has told during her time at ESPN. Here are some bonus clips that aren't flat out lies, but are extremely dishonest and sometimes scummy.
We don't award the MVP to the winningest player. We award it to the person whose season feels the most special.
This is verifiably false. Ever since the award's inception, the award has gone to a player on a top 3 seeded team 57 times, 42 being the 1 seeds. The award consistently goes to the winningest players in the league. There are obviously exceptions, but to say that the award goes to the most special player all the time is simply not true.
There's no way he should be on one of those teams. I think they got it wrong. What do you think of me?
Yo, they definitely got that wrong. They got a lot of things wrong.
I almost walked off. off.
I know.
I'm sorry. I almost walked off. Danny Green made all defensive teams.
All defensive
Oh,
teams.
my
Over
God.
all them names. You hear me?
No more award shows. It's over. We're boycotting it. No more. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness.
What the two of them don't know is that Rachel Nichols herself did not put Avery Bradley on her ballot, and she also doesn't take the time during the segment to acknowledge this point. Also, during the segment, Rachel Nichols said this exact statement.
I know that the player's first instinct is to say, who are these voters? But the problem is, and we've talked about this before, when these votes are handed to any other group, the decisions are more skewed, they're worse, they're out of whack. So
Would you like to explain what exactly makes you qualified to vote on these decisions? Stop acting like you're special in some way.
What do you see from LeBron here in this 17th season? Because there are people who say that he should be ahead in the MVP race just because of what he's doing, where he's doing it, and now, of course, with the burden with everything that happened with that team and Kobe Bryant.
This clip is pretty self-explanatory. She literally used Kobe Bryant's death to push a narrative for the MVP voting process. I've already detailed in depth why Rachel Nichols is a terrible analyst. I was actually happy that she said the things on the leaked audio because it allowed everyone to see what I had seen. A dishonest and unqualified analyst who had no right being on sports talk shows. Here are the two clips.
They said to me, hey, instead of hosting the NBA Finals, why don't you do Doris' sideline reporter job for the NBA Finals? Because guess what that would clear the way for? For Maria to do the hosting. Yeah. So, I have declined. I don't know what their next move is, but they are feeling pressure because of all of that, and I'm trying to figure out like how to just, my thing is that I wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football, she covers basketball. If you need to give her more things to do because you're feeling pressure about your crappy one-time record on diversity, which by the way I myself know personally from the female side of it, go for it. Just find it somewhere else. You're not going to find it with me.
Imagine complaining about diversity when you yourself are not qualified to hold the position you hold. So for anyone who asks me why I despise Rachel Nichols, or why I think she needs to be fired, or why ESPN is a dumpster fire, there you go. Once again, I'm actually happy that she said the things she said because now she can actually get fired. Thanks for watching, hope you guys enjoyed, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. KD, are you?
Wait, what? No way! That shit went in! LeBron Jedi powers. Jedi powers.
No, I touch it.